In today's gaming news, we get details on the dynamic AI in EverQuest Next, Alien Isolation reviews are in, and let's discuss transparency for promotional deals. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Force here with your day's gaming news. First up today, I'd like to talk with you about the AI in EverQuest Next. Now this isn't a topic that I ever thought I'd bring up here on the show, but a recent developer discussion video brought some pretty interesting things to light. They talk about how the AI in their game have their own lives and their own goals and ambitions. Specifically, different groups of NPCs, such as the Kobolds or the Dark Elves, have specific motivations that they try to push to achieve within the world. So an example given is that the Kobolds look to acquire wealth, and they're going to do so in this mountain region by spreading throughout the region. If left unchecked, they'll take the entire region over. Whereas a conflicting group of NPCs, like the Dark Elves, may want to build a stronghold in this region, and if you assist them, you can push the Kobolds out of the mountains and the Dark Elves will take over. And they also discuss how in a particular area there can be two factions facing off against each other, and depending on which side you decide to align yourself with as a player, you can help take over the region for that particular side, whereas other players can try to fight for the other region, and this can create some player conflict in addition to the NPC conflict that's taking place. All of this very interesting, and AI, with the exception of creating difficulty in combat, isn't something I ever really put a ton of stock into, except for recently, in playing Shadow of Mordor and seeing how the AI can really create a living and breathing world when left to their own devices and given their own motivations. And that's something that I am definitely excited to take a look at in an MMO space, in a high fantasy space, like something with EverQuest Next. So yeah, bring on more information about this system, and when the hell is that beta gonna start? Next up in news, reviews are in for Alien Isolation. The game does not launch until next week. However, it looks like embargo has been lifted, and review scores are kind of all over the place, with some sites giving very low and middling scores and some sites giving very high scores. It just goes to show you that this looks like it's going to be a very divisive title. Alien Isolation is a first-person survival horror game that is set 15 years after the original film. Now, one of the biggest features of this game is that it's got a single enemy, one alien, one xenomorph, that is supposed to have unpredictable AI. So the events, at least a vast majority of them, there might be certain events that are scripted, but most of them are unscripted, and the alien will sort of respond to the things that you're doing and attack at random intervals. Once again, the game does not launch until next week, October the 7th, so us as players will have to wait until then to check it out, but it's probably going to be another one of those titles that I dive into, and I'll give you my opinion once I do. And last up in news today, I want to talk with you a bit about transparency when it comes to promotional and sponsored deals, be it here on YouTube or Twitch, or basically wherever. And now this discussion point is coming from recent announcements from Twitch saying that they're seeking transparency for promotional broadcast, and Steam requiring disclosure for any sponsored curators. If developers say, hey, we'll pay you money if you recommend our game on your curator list, it's one of those things where these deals, by law, need to be disclosed. And there's been some examples recently, and it seems to be running rampant in the comment section on the internet and on my videos as well. People saying, oh, this video must be a deal because of reason X or Y. Let me tell you just straight up, if there's a promotional deal, it's going to be disclosed, either verbally in the video, written in the video, or written in the video description. Now, other places like Twitch and like Steam's curator list, this is something that they're just now starting to worry about and make sure that is actually getting done if any sponsored or promotions go on. For example, my recent World of Warcraft video, I thought it'd be fun to go back and check out the game, and some people were like, oh, this must be sponsored, they're paying you. No, I would tell you if it is sponsored, and I'm going to make more of an effort to make it verbally done in the video as well, letting you know this is a promotional deal, this is a sponsored event that's taking place when it happens. There have been recent deals that I've partaken in, such as Strife. There's going to be an upcoming video for Smite that is part of a promotional deal, and then Albion Online, I recently did a series which was part of a sponsored promotional event. And all of these things, I will be transparent about. Number one, because I think it's important for you guys to understand and know what to expect from the content. But number two, because it's the law. And you can get in a boatload of trouble if you aren't transparent about these things. And I also think it's important to keep in mind from a viewer perspective, sort of how I view these things. When a company approaches me about doing a sponsored event or a promotional deal, I look at it like this. If you're not telling me what I can and can't say about the game, then I'm interested in taking money to just play a game and make a video about it. Sure, I always try to make sure it's something that I'm at least somewhat interested in. Even Albion Online being an RPG, it's a game that I thought, hey, yeah, I'd like to take a look at that. So it's going to be different depending on who you're talking about, whether it's a streamer, YouTuber, or even someone who owns a website, what type of promotional stuff that they're willing and interested in being a part in. I just try to make sure it's something that I can just play and have fun with and not give my opinion on, because I will never take money to give a positive review about something. That's just downright wrong. So it really comes down to your trust in the individual content creator, but transparency is first and foremost, and letting you guys know that these things are taking place. I think it's very important. And again, it's the law. All right, thanks so much for watching today's episode of The Feed. As always, please be sure to comment in the comment section below about any of the topics discussed here today. Check out that EverQuest Next AI video. Let me know what you think about it. I'm excited about that feature set and to see how it all plays out. Alien Isolation reviews, I guess read them if you want, or just wait till next week till you can try it out yourself. And then transparency in content, promotional deals. How do you feel about the whole thing? I know this is a matter that is very, very two-sided. Some people hate it, some people don't care at all. Let me know what you think. Thanks guys so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic afternoon. I will see you tomorrow. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. This video is part of a paid promotion. JK.